beginning. It's got lots of N's and lots of I's. In the beginning. It's the first three words of the Bible. And then it goes on to tell us something very wonderful. In the beginning, God. The first four words of the Bible. In the beginning was God. And we naturally want to ask, but who made God? Because no one made God. He made everything, and therefore he is unmade. He's always been. Something our minds have a hard time with. But our hearts can understand it because we want to know where we came from. And the answer is, in the beginning, God. Now, the Bible goes on from there. It says, in the beginning, God created the sky and the earth. And the earth was without any form. We might call it shapeless, but I'm guessing it was a big ball, just like we know it is now. Imagine a big ball of blue Play-Doh, smooth. Nothing's been sort of made out of it. That's a bit what it was like. In the beginning, God made the sky and the earth. Now I want you to do some pretending. Pretending's good. Who's like me, on a cold night, they like to pull the blankets up over their head and snuggle in on a cold night in bed? Who's like that? Yes. I want you to pretend. Pretend it's nighttime, it's cold, you're all snuggled up in bed. We'll close our eyes because it's nighttime, and we'll wrap ourselves in our blankets nice and warm, ready for sleep. Are you all asleep? Everybody asleep? That's good. But you do have to wake up eventually, don't you? It wouldn't be good to sleep all your life, would it? No, you'd never get anything done. You'd never have time to run out and play, to build things, make things, learn things, eat things. Wouldn't be any good. Well, when God made the earth, the Bible then goes on, the earth was wrapped in darkness. Darkness like a warm woolly blanket covered the earth, and it was asleep. Just as you are, and just as you can be tonight. It was a nice cold night. The earth was wrapped in its blanket, asleep. What was going to happen? Well, the Bible tells us in a book that you may not have come across in the Bible, the book of a man named Job. And Job is an interesting book. In it, it tells us one thing very interesting. All the angels of God, I can't draw all of them, the Bible tells us there are zillions, or at least millions and millions. All the angels of God were there to watch what was going to happen. They were holding their breath, as it were, assuming that angels breathed. They were holding their breath, waiting to see what the Lord God was going to do. They were waiting. When would God wake up the sleeping earth? At last, God spoke. And all the angels got ready to shout for joy at what God was about to do. To wake up the sleeping earth and tell us more about how everything was made. Now, the question, of course, is what happened next? And to find out, next week. Yes, I know, it's a cliffhanger. Next week we get to what happened next. But you can always look in the Bible and find out for yourself if you want to. Now, I've got a colouring-in sheet here with also the words of the Bible. In the beginning, and while the morning stars sung together, and all the angels shouted for joy. So, Hannah, could you give some out, please, for me? Make sure everyone that wants one has one. And could you give the rest out to everybody here? Make sure everyone's got one. And one for yourself too. If anyone else wants some, there's probably going to be some spares. Last week I didn't make enough, so I made some extras. Thank you. One for you? No. Oh, right, okay.